Alright, here we go with my review of the G.I. Joe 30th anniversary / 2012 version of the Zombie Viper. So first of all, let's talk about the package and file card here. So real quickly, here's the front of it here, as you can see, with the artwork, which I actually like the detail they got here for it on the front. And then here's a little bio for this guy. It says here, code name Zombie Viper, Cobra Trooper, name not available, birthplace various countries. Primary weapon is Compound Z removable bulbs, and combat gear is containment helmet, alternate tendril arms, claw attack hands, and barbed wire. He doesn't come with any barbed wire, so I don't know why they bothered to put that on there. Anyways, here it says Zombie Vipers are Cobra infantry troopers who have been given a mysterious chemical substance, Compound Z, that has turned them into drones. Wiped of all thought, they follow orders mindlessly and cannot be reasoned with or sidetracked. They have retained their skill at combat. In fact, their desire to fight has been increased, making them more dangerous than before. In other words, they are deadly zombie warriors. So that's the little bio there for them. Now, I'm not too familiar with the whole Compound Z thing and zombie vipers in general. I'm not sure if this is something from the comic book world of G.I. Joe or something from the Renegade series or what. I'm not up to date on all the fiction and everything for the G.I. Joe figures or characters or whatever. So why they did this guy, I'm not too sure. I'm assuming it plays into something in the comic book fiction or comic book universe. But that being said, it's actually a pretty cool little figure. So first of all, let's move in here and look at him up close. And the reason why I say it's a pretty cool figure is because it's actually got a lot of detail to it. And it just looks really good for, what it is, a zombie figure. I'm not too sure how, people feel about having zombies in the G.I. Joe world, but I think it fits in there. I mean, the old cartoon series had, kind of weird episodes here and there with creatures and different things. So this kind of fits into that. And they may have actually had the Compound Z thing from the cartoon show. I can't remember exactly. Just kind of going off the top of my head here. But anyways, enough about all that. As you can see, they did a real good job here on the figure as far as all the detail goes. Let's kind of get in here just a little bit closer even. I really like the face. It does really look like a zombie. It's got a lot of nice molding to it, and just the little paint apps that they do got on there. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I can kind of see his other eye there. There you go. So he's got the nice looking zombie eyes. I really like the way they did the hands, where they're like, kind of claw-like he's grabbing at you. So you can see there you go. And the fingers are very well detailed, which is cool. I like that. That gives it a nice little touch. So yeah, he looks like he's gonna come at you, brains. So that's pretty cool. And also just his clothing is kind of ripped and torn. So he looks like he's falling apart. His little straps there are kind of hanging off, ripped. Unfortunately, though, because he is a zombie, he doesn't really come with any weapons or anything like that as far as accessories go. Oh, and quickly, let's just kind of look at him here from the back side. You'll notice he's got some of those little holes there on his little harness here or whatever. And that is for the few accessories that he does have, which is this little guy here, which they talked about, the containment helmet, and I believe these are the Compound Z canisters. So what you can do is you can put his little helmet on him if you want to display him with this. And real quickly, the helmet here has some extra holes, and you'll notice he does have multiple holes here on the back. I wish they would have gave him more of these little Compound Z canisters here to peg in here, but basically the helmet goes on like so. Let's just put that on there. Oops. So that just slips on his head like so. And you can just put this in any one of these little ports. I like to put it kind of this second one here from the top. And it just kind of pegs in there like that. So I'm assuming that's how he goes. They don't really show you anything in the packaging about how to do it, but it's kind of self-explanatory. But like I said, it would have been cool if he could have had extra canisters, because he does have two little ports here, or holes to put these little hoses in. So I think it would have looked cool that he would have had extra canisters and hoses coming off, and then, you know, so he's kind of under the influence there of the compound Z gas or whatever it is. And let's kind of zoom in here real quick and see if we can look at his face through that little containment helmet. It is a clear kind of blue plastic, so it's not showing up too well on the camera, but it's a cool looking little accessory, being it's really his only real accessory that he has, which is not really 100% true. Does have a little Cobra emblem there underneath his little straps and stuff, and on his arms, so pretty cool. His feet here, kind of point this out real quickly. Again, same level of detail to it. They are kind of like a little bit of a rubbery kind of plastic, so they're a little flexible here, little toes and things. But again, I like the sculpting that they did with this. It's got individual toes and, you know, all the little tendons and veins and things sticking out. So again, the detail is really what kind of makes this figure. But like I was saying, other accessories that he has, like they listed on the package, are his additional tendril arms here. So I'm assuming these are supposed to be, you know, his arms can just kind of whip out and extend out into these like tentacle arms. And if you kind of look at these, they got the same kind of detail running through there. It's kind of got like a little like tentacle here, looks like a squid kind of little tentacle there on each one. Here's the other one here. This one's kind of curled up here at the end. And I believe this is the left arm, because I think this is supposed to be like where his thumb is. And then these are like, you know, the other fingers extended out. And same thing with this one here. I think this smaller one here is supposed to be the thumb. So I think this is right and this is left. Let's kind of back out here, but yeah, that's supposed to be the right one. This is supposed to be the left one. I guess it doesn't really matter. You could pretty much flip these either way. But that being said, obviously what you can do is you can pop off his little arms here and slap these guys on. So to do that, you should be able to just pull the forearm off here. See if I can get that off. There it goes. So yeah, these just pop off. And in the package, this one actually comes loose. It's not attached. And it does have this little part here, which is part of his sleeve or whatever. So it's a little odd and end that you could easily lose if you're not too careful. And should be the same on the other arm. You can see it's got like the little sleeve here, the torn clothing right there. But basically you should just take this and pop it back on here. And let's just see how well this goes on. So, like so. So now you can have him with his little tendril arm or tentacle arm. Again, I'm not exactly sure what kind of fiction this is playing into, but whatever. So that's kind of a cool little look there. Articulation on this guy is pretty much standard. I will point out that he has some extra articulation here in his little hands on both hands. They got the little joint here, which makes them kind of go up and down. Both of them have that same joint. And again, there's some of that finger detail that I like. It's got the claws coming out at you. But overall, I think this is a pretty cool figure. It's something that's definitely kind of different from your typical G.I. Joe figures. It's kind of an army builder, so you could have, you know, an army of zombies if you want, and that should make for some interesting displays with your other G.I. Joe figures. So yeah, I think this guy's a pretty cool figure. I'd say it's definitely one that's probably worth picking up. If you're not into the whole zombie thing, you know, don't bother getting it then. But if you like it, I'd say get it. I think the detail's great on it. Accessories are lacking. You know, it's a zombie. It's not going to have guns and things, but oh well. You know, so if you see this guy on the shelves, I'd say grab him. So I think I'll wrap it up here with my look at the G.I. Joe 30th anniversary / 2012 Zombie Viper.